Hello and welcome. Are you getting the most out of your Rodecaster Pro 2? I've had this device for a little over a year now, and I have a couple of tips and tricks to share with you in this video to make your workflows a little easier. Let's check it out. My name is Cree, and on this channel I talk about tech with context. And I'll tell you what, I've been using the Rodecaster Pro 2 for a little over a year now. I have found some little tips and tricks along the way that I like to share with you today just to make my workflows more efficient. So I use this device all the time if I'm live streaming events or doing any type of live stream support in person with a client. I'm using the Rodecaster Pro 2, also for video podcasts, and then just to record regular podcasts. So I'm going to go over 5 tips with you now, including a couple of items to think about when getting the most out of this device. So let's go ahead and hop in. The first item has to do with the micro SD card that comes with this device. Oh, if I could get rid of micro SDs, I would do so in a heartbeat. However, this device does rely on this to do any internal recording. Now, of course, this is a benefit because you can put any size micro SD card in here to hold and record your audio. However, when it comes time to getting back to the office and transferring files from this little card over to my computer, what I normally just do is plug my Rodecaster Pro 2 directly into my computer and just transfer files that way. So that eliminates the need to mess around, lose, forget about reinstalling this micro SD card the next time I go out on a job, and I found this to be invaluable. If you are managing multiple projects with clients that have different equipment like microphones, I suggest saving your show settings. Now, this doesn't have to just be the microphone settings, but if you have any type of audio settings that you have set to specific clients and their voices, then you can save these shows. So it's really easy. It just saves right onto your micro SD, which is already or should already be in the Rodecaster Pro 2 device. Go ahead and save these show settings, and then you can just switch the show settings anytime you are recording that particular item. What I use this for is for any video podcast recordings. This is where I found it the most useful, and I use this functionality all the time. Now, I think the default settings for capturing audio in the Rodecaster Pro 2 is to capture in stereo. That means that even if you have 4 mics plugged into this device, all of that audio is going to be captured into one audio file, one flat file. So what I suggest is that you go in and you change these settings so that you are capturing each person's audio on a separate channel. That way, if somebody's voice is very soft compared to somebody who's a little louder, or if you need to fix any audio, you can do so much easier if you have the separate audio tracks available to you when you go into edit and post. All right, this one is a big one. I'm not sure why it took me so long to figure this out, but if you're using your Rodecaster Pro 2 and want to capture that audio directly into your camera, what you can do is, first you can use one of the headphone outs, and then they do sell cables that will work with a headphone out on your Rodecaster Pro 2 and send that signal directly into your camera using a 3.5 millimeter plug. However, what I found to work best is to use the speaker out, the left and right channel right here. I'm going to leave a link to this cable in the description down below. This captures really high quality audio, and all you have to do is plug it into one of the cameras, regardless of the number of cameras that you have up in your setup. And that way you have nice, clean, crisp audio. You're capturing it in at least one camera. And if you need a fast workflow, you have that audio baked into your video footage and you're ready to go. Now, this is something so fun that I'm surprised to learn not more people are doing this. Now, I think if you are a live streamer, like if you are sharing video in a live stream environment, often I think that type of a person uses this functionality that's on the Rodecaster Pro 2. But for me, even with my clients, I'm going to suggest that you customize the pads on your Rodecaster Pro 2. So it comes installed with effects like clapping and cheering and all sorts of different sounds that you can apply to each of these pads. But what you can do is upload music. You can upload your own sound effects. If you are producing a podcast or a show, then you can upload whatever music is associated with that video shoot right here on the Rodecaster Pro 2. It makes it super easy. You can also adjust the colors on these pads. Have fun with it. Go ahead and change the default settings on these pads, customize them, make it your own. This is one of the things that I really love about the Rodecaster Pro 2. One of the things that I love about video production is there's probably a million different ways to do everything, but these are the tips and tricks that I've found useful along the way. I hope you enjoy them as well. Before we leave, I do want to share a couple of items that have really made this device stand out for me in my workflow in the last year. First of all, don't forget to plug the Rodecaster Pro 2 into Rode Central. There are additional settings, and it's just a different interface to use with the Rodecaster Pro 2 to get the most out of it. So rather than only depend on the device itself, don't forget that Rode Central is out there to help you as well. And additionally, the one thing that continues to stand out about this device is the fact that it can support gain-hungry mics like the Shure SM7B. I don't have to have cloud lifters or FET heads or anything like that. And those two additional items I found invaluable in my workflow. So that's all I have for you today. If you liked this video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up down below. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again in next week's video.